My YouTube channel that took down. I just started another one.
Jesus.
I'm on my 7th YouTube channel. 19 Facebooks, 6 TikToks, 5 Twitters, 2 MySpaces, and 1 X. You want to tell me there's such a thing as free speech?
Apparently not.
If you're not getting censored, you're not a threat. You're only a threat when you're a political influencer. You have the ability to change people's minds. I'm really good at changing people's minds. Essentially, what I do in the morning now, instead of regular normal chats, I go in my group call.
Yeah.
There's some shit that's going on, man. Started finding out the price tags of the parts from baby's foreskin and how much some hospitals are making off of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very disturbing.
Apparently with the face cream and shit.
Face cream, Botox injections, liposuction, the collagen they rub all over their faces from baby dick.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck? Baby dick.
Blue eyes.
Women don't want to hear it either. It's amazing. This was being done to little girls, they'd have a shit fit.
No doubt.
But it's all right for mothers to abuse their sons.
Oh, fucking baby shirt cut of it. This is his body part.
Oh yeah, no, it's wild. You gotta pull up the video for that shit, because that's gonna be part of the discussion. No one believes me when I just tell them.
I just heard
So I have to show them the video.
I just heard it on TOS about the whole removing foreskin and using it as face lotions. I was like, what the hell?
They've been doing that for a long, right? Right here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They don't believe me when I say it. But now look. many products can you make from a baby girl? None. It's all from baby. They wanted to talk about it. Makes you crazy because you don't want your son. All right. Very rough for you. We gotta do normal. You just stop the ego off the back. Where's our at? Getting used for parts.
Right, okay. All right, come back and see me then with the keys. Matthew.
How you doing today, James?
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks, buddy. Yourself? Well, I had a load of women problems. So what I'm trying to do is give her our kind of education. And I don't know whether you think this is impossible for a woman to learn this or not, but I'm trying. If I can't achieve the impossible, no one can, yeah?
Right.
But this is going to be a bit of a mission even for me.
No, it is. So I got something disturbing for you this morning that fell onto my desk.
Hit me with it.
The baby.
And we were talking about this. We know this, Matt. But listen.
Ain't that amazing? To me, that's amazing, James. Look at all the parts they're getting from little boys. Salvage material from circumcision. Big money in baby dick. money in, baby dick. Fucking amazing. Go Bobby Charles. I'm open invitating anyone to fucking debate with me from Main Dems. Deca Dalak is still on the table. If you're going to call me racist, say it to my face and explain your records to Mainers. You pick the time, the place, I'll be there. But you won't show up. Man. busy little fucking. Mm. All right. I'm fucking disturbed this morning, man. I morning. TOS this morning was discussing baby dick and nothing good, you know what I mean? Letting us all know what's going on there. Where the collagen come from for the anti-aging cosmetics, right? Let's rub baby dick all over our face and not admit that this is child abuse. It's just fucking wild. Great. So, man, I'm on YouTube. Right. Grace put a clip together, but I'll go back to that in a second. This is just goddamn funny. This is what Grace got jumped, you know, beat up on the sidewalk for these videos. Yeah. She don't even she's like me now, Dick. She don't even like leaving her fucking house. Because people can't um, come to terms with factual information. Yeah. I found this little clip. I'm gonna share it in the group. I'll play it for you, but I'm gonna share it. It's only 2 minutes. But what's said in this fucking 2 minutes what's said in this 2 minutes is pretty fucking profound. Even this little clip here. Wait until the people who want to be left alone get involved in this shit. Right? I just wanted to be left alone, Dick. Just like Rambo. He wanted to be left the fuck alone. Rambo's like, you want
no idea that placentas and foreskins
I'll give
are
you
big
war.
money, and the system has quietly built an entire business model around your newborn's body. The average placenta can sell for $300 to over $1,000. The amniotic membrane inside it, hospitals resell those for asked for $1,500 to $2,500 each. Anti-aging companies use placental stem cells and serums that go for $200 to $1,200 a bottle. And here's the wild part. The earlier they clamp the cord, the more usable and valuable the placenta becomes. And now you know why they get so annoyed if you ask to delay that cord clamping just a little bit and give the non-monetary value inside to its rightful owner. Your baby gets less of their own blood for money, literally making it blood money. And what about foreskins? One newborn foreskin contains enough fibroblast cells to create millions of skin grafts. It's used in burn treatments, drug testing, and anti-aging cosmetics. Entire biotech companies are built off this tissue. But they don't tell parents that, and they certainly don't let you take it home and sell it to the highest bidder yourself. And how about this fact most of my fellow Americans would be surprised to hear? 70% of the world is uncircumcised. But in the US, they program you to think you're dirty, weird, or less evolved if you simply want to keep your son's genitalia intact. Factory default settings. That's not tradition, it's marketing, and it's pure evil. And here's where it gets really crazy. Everyone says circumcision is a religious practice thousands of years old. But obviously they didn't have vitamin K shots back then, yet the hospital refuses to circumcise your baby unless you get the shot. From the moment you're pregnant, this system is grooming you into compliance. Flu shot in pregnancy, COVID shot, RSV shot, early clamping, vitamin K, circumcision, Hep B before your baby even opens their eyes. It's not about health. It's about onboarding a customer for life before they even take their first breath. Most parents have no idea that placentas and foreskins are big money. And
How many products can you make from a baby girl? None, right? Exactly, Dick. Exactly. No, so you're traumatizing the little boys the day they're born because you love them so much. Let's mutilate their peckers so that old hags can have anti-aging cosmetics. Tell me how that's not sexist and fucking racist. Oh, women don't feed off their sons, Dick? Well, that's what they started doing, is figuring out how to hatch their own eggs. Hatchlings. Sounds very reptilian, huh? That's where you get test tube babies and women can, imagine being an alpha female and you're going to inseminate every other woman with an egg because you got the money to do it. Surrogate mothers to hatch your eggs. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. It only affirms my current stance that the societal sense is men are worth more dead than alive. Women were conditioned to think they didn't need a man because we have this pre-established system, infrastructure that men happen to build. I want to see a woman repair the rails, build a house, dig their own grave. Yeah, but you gotta be watched careful because sometimes when they message you that way instead of right to your box, it could be a bot. So keep that in mind. It might be an Autobot. Sometimes you'll get Autobots and they'll want personal information from you.
This is from a trade group.
Oh, okay.
It's from an actual, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's, yeah. Yeah.
It's from the Hancock County.
Get it, boy. So I give everybody a job, Dick. Because I was homeless once and I know what it's like to be fucking hungry. Right. 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 10 years ago, there was nothing like what I'm doing in this little tiny town. 10 years ago, I was fucking homeless.
So what I'm gonna do is, since you know this already, I'm gonna pull your number down. Just like,
Yep.
Listen, you know,
Right.
in case I'm not here.
Right.
And,
Yep.
so what is 207?
401. I said 61. Right. Right. They don't use the postal service. They use couriers. You know, they use couriers, and as a runner, you're just an underclass courier. You're walking around lower key, lower dress. You know, you're not wearing a suit and tie, and you're not fucking handcuffed to a briefcase. Right. Right. That's what I'm doing. It's fucking wild, isn't it? Right. Right. You know, I just started realizing how everybody was more concerned with top dollar. Pot, pot top, tops, pots, pots, tops. What? Here happen looking at the words forward and back. I've been doing it my whole life. You don't learn this shit in school. Why is book backwards cube? A book is a cube. You ever think about it? A book is a fucking cube. No, and then you look at technology and the speed of technology, electricity, energy, traveling a circuit inside of a grid, inside of a computer, and what is it doing? It's traveling right angles at high speed. This creates heat and friction, which is why they spend so much money on cooling these supercomputers down because they're running right angles at the speed of light. Which is why they essentially drink a glass of water every time they ask a question because it's overheating. You ask me a question, I'm not sweating nothing.
So the question to buy.
Right. Right. Hmm.
Say, so if you buy today, take off like 50.
Yeah.
Take off. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
what's the?
borrow
I'm
it.
not gonna
No, just see what she says
see
first.
what she said.
Don't
Don't
start
force it.
right,
All right.
because then you'll be like desperate.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and she'll be all over your ass. She'll be
Right.
like, I'll give you 5. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, don't do that. That's what happens there is all of a sudden, before you know it, you knocked off $300 in the price, and you're willing to eat her asshole and pay her to do it. Gotta teach these gentlemen how to sell things for a living, Dick. That's a skill. They think it's just something you have installed in you. Fuck no. Fuck no. Everybody's depreciating daily, depreciating assets, depreciating property, depreciating values in the real estate market. How long before the real estate market bursts in your face? That $2 million appraisal they gave you next year, what if your fucking house is only worth $200,000 because of depreciating real estate markets and the fucking removal of SNAP benefits and free housing programs just depreciated the real estate market? Boom! The bubble burst. I'm just being simple there. But these free rental housing programs, public housing, it sounds good on its face value, but what it's doing is it's artificially stimulating the real estate market, increasing the value where there is none. The original intent was 40 acres and a mule per every man. We have enough land in this country to do that. We just don't want to. Right. See, we want to put everybody on 40 acres and give them a mule. And then they have their own land and they can build their own house and they don't have to pay rent. If you don't have to pay rent and the only focus is growing food for yourself, you know, gardens, they take work, but once they're in, they're in. And they pretty much retain themselves. With technology we have today, we can make self-watering gardens, auto-watering gardens, hydroponic gardens. All once they're installed, they run themselves. You got to babysit them, check them once a week, every other day or something, you know. But you don't have to be every up its butt 24/7. It, yeah, people outside of the education system that are continuing their own education because they know they're being lied to, or they're doing it because they want to. They're interested in the things, you know, castles, sports. The people that talk about these things, they do it because they have a lot of interest in it. Me, I'm just so abstract. I'm like, y'all got fucked. I don't even know where to start. Literacy, money management. Who's deciding value? Illiterate people that can't add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
Yo, it's like yo, it's like I was telling him, I was like, this earth, this earth has been here way longer than us, right?
Yep.
The
They'll
earth
be
can't
here after
talk.
us.
The earth can't talk. The only thing that should tell us that we have to pay to live on this land is the earth.
As politicians.
Why is a group of people? No, I'm just saying. Why
Right.
does a group of people get to decide? What the fuck is going on?
Andrew.
You see the back door?
Yeah. Holy shit. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I know. I know you. Yeah. I do. Awesome. Fuck yeah.
See ya.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, bud.
Saturday. You get a battery?
Yeah.
Saturday he'll be here.
You got a group of people who claim the earth.
Right, they claim it.
Everybody else had to pay rent for it.
Right. So you got the landlords, right? Think about it. You got the land barons
Landlords.
and lords of the land. Landlords, lord land. Lords of the land. They think they're barons, dukes,
They are lords.
ladies of the land, lords of the land, ladies and lords, dukes and earls. Save me, Lord, from the wrath of my God. False gods.
Yeah.
Lord is a title. It's not a god, you know? Because you got landlords. So that's not got nothing to do with God. You see what I mean? So if you're running around praying to the Lord, you may as well be praying to your fucking landlord. Right, you're praying to your landlord. You're not praying to the creator. When you pray to Lord, you're praying to your landlord.
That's why back in the day you had the kings and lords and the motherfuckers.
Hey, can you explain to me why God is G-H-A-D in Hebrew and not G-O-D? So when you pray to God, G-O-D, you're praying to God, G-A-W-D, or G-H-A-D, Gad, God, goat, God. One of the fallen angels. Gabriel. You're praying to Gabriel when you pray to God. How many people are going to tell you that? Nobody that I know of, not the secular community or the religious. Phonetics person, I'm making you listen to the sound of the words and then making you think about my ideas compared to what you were conditioned to believe. So I don't think the creator wants you praying to God, just like I don't want you to pray to Lord. Bad words.
No way he wants you to sit there and think about that shit every day.
Right? And now imagine you're Jesus for 2 minutes, right? Here's an idea for you. Pretend you're Jesus walking around in today's world, and you look around and you see all these people with a crucifix hanging around their neck, right? Why would Jesus want you wearing the instrument of his death around your neck? The very thing that killed him is what you're praying to?
I think they curse themselves when they do that.
Yes, exactly. It's a tombstone. It's a preamble. It's a pre-ensemble, like your necktie, it's a noose. You're guilty and you're just waiting to be hung. Right. But what they did was they compressed us to 2 dimensions, 2D. Okay? An unfolded crucifix is a flat box. It's unfolded. And that's what the school did. Trapped you into 2 dimensions. flat on a piece of paper. Pot negatives. 25 years in sales and marketing and propaganda and bullshit. I'm like, wow, you know what I can do to really confuse people? Bypass polarity. Huh? Circumvent it. Just like the political parties did. No.
Some of that shit is crazy. Most of it.
How about the observation that the pharmaceutical industry bought and paid for both parties? So it's the country, the pharmaceutical industry.
And that's another reason why Kobe Bryant was sacrificed and killed. He was about to expose pharmaceuticals.
Right. What did I just do? Same exact thing.
They murked him off, man.
They murked him off so they can bring Merca to America.
They sacrificed his next connected, his daughter.
You know another name for America is Amaruka? Amaruka. Amaruoka. Amaruka. Right, but think about that though. America. It's Merck. And Merck is in America. You see what they're doing? Mm-hmm. They created the chaos so they could control the reunification process. And what I happen to do over here, Nick? I cause chaos. I cause chaos so I can control the outcome of it from right here. Look what happens when people come here. It's a much different reaction here than anywhere else. And it's not because I'm trying to control people. I'm informing on them that they're already controlled. I'm trolling them. I'm heckling on them. Doing it, throwing everything at them backwards. Exact opposite of how they were taught in school because they were conditioned to be oppositional to natural law. And what is natural law? God's law. Simple terms for a simple man. I don't like using the word God, but that's how you see creator as God. Well, what's God's laws? Natural law. Nature's laws. What's God's nature? Nature. So we could probably say that God is nature, or the cause of nature to exist in the first place. Right. God made nature. And by the way, how are we living in the city separate from nature? Nature pre-existed the city. You built the city in fucking nature. What the hell makes you think you're separate from the animal kingdom?
That's why once in a while you'll see wild animals coming to DNA of
right.
lions. You got lions.
Right. Right. But somebody has to be anchored. It's the right word.
We come from a more intelligent species
Anchor.
of animal.
Anchorage, Alaska. Anchorage.
Yep.
Encore. Right? Listen to this. Encore. You go to movies. Encore, encore, bravo. Right? Encore. Sounds like anchor.
Yeah.
An anchor is something on a ship. Airships. Anchorage, Alaska. Anchorage. Drop the B from Bangor. Angor.
Yeah.
Anchors. We had an anchoring system in this. ships. That's what's throwing everybody off. It wasn't for ships by sea. It was for airships, hot air balloons attached to ships flying around in the sky. Sky captains of the world of tomorrow.
And that's why
Alien fucking airships. Right. They thought they're aliens. But really, it was just us bombing ourselves, firebombing our own dumb ass. Okay? Every city got set on fire 200 fucking years ago. The Great Fire, pick a city. Great Fire, Chicago. Great Fire, San Francisco. Great Fire, St. Louis. Great Fire, fucking New York City, Bangor. They were firebombing this place. Right. Direct energy weapons. Imagine having a fucking inside of an airship and you're staring down on an area and you got direct energy through the sun, through the magnifying lens, and you're burning buildings from the sky. Melting right down like a kid with a fucking magnifying glass and a grasshopper. Set the motherfucker on fire. That's how it was 200 years ago.
Yep.
Not thousands of years
I
ago.
think that shit happened
200 years ago.
when the West Coast had mysterious fires that just happened.
Right. Mysterious fires, direct energy weapons. You see how I get excited about this shit? Right. Like, my father didn't know any of this. No, none of it. You go up into Katahdin, you go up to fucking, I've been up to top of Katahdin when I was 11, but I didn't know this stuff then.
Yeah.
You know? Now, on that trail, there's huge fucking blocks. Huge blocks. Megaton blocks. With big boreholes through the middle of them.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, very old. They've been there for hundreds of years, you know what I mean? But there's a few through the trail, and I didn't understand it then, but I do now. They're anchor stones for those fucking airships. I just went down to the ground, and it was an anchor stone.
Yep. That's very.
And then and here's another one. When you look at church bell towers, right? How come there's no glass in the tower windows? Right? It's open. Right? It's open. 360 degrees inside a building. No glass for this building. Open. Why? We don't do that in any other building manner. Okay? I came up with an answer for you. Airships. Docking. Landing. Pulling up. You're flying in the airship. And there's the bell tower. You throw a rope out to the guy on the fucking in the building, catches the rope, and it's just for tying the airship off to the bell tower.
Yeah.
Pull the two together. You can all land now. There's a landing point so that those airships didn't actually have to come all the way down to the ground. Their passengers could offload into those towers and spiral down to the ground. Thank you. It's for offloading passengers. In the old world, they didn't have religion. They didn't have religion 300 years ago, 400 years ago. They didn't have religion the way we have it now. Okay?
Right.
Religion was for repurposing all these old buildings that were too big to fucking tear down, like City Hall, for example, for St. John's Baptist School.
Yeah.
That's too big to tear down.
Yeah.
No. So you're the enemy. You know what you do in that situation? Those buildings are too big for you to tear down, and you're in the enemy's territory.
Yeah.
You occupy those buildings.
Yeah.
You take over them buildings. You control those buildings. And today they're the post offices, they're the schools, they're the churches, they're the government buildings. You can't go down into the basements of any of those buildings. It's not for public. Think about it. They don't want you to know how many layers down.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Washington, D.C., you just think about what's above ground.
Yeah.
But what about the 10 or 15 levels below?
Right. In Montana, too, they got this spot where they got underground, they building missiles and shit
The $21 trillion that's
Underground.
missing from the economy just happens to be the same amount of money that they spent in underground infrastructure. Figure that one out, Dick.
Some of those people can't even. They
We don't know where the
stores,
money went.
They got stores.
You
Everything.
can go on
you need
YouTube and just
down-
type in
down
underground cities in America.
Live
You'll be
there
mind blown.
and do studies. You can't come
You will.
outside those elements.
I worked for Halliburton. When I'm telling you, you know, if you go and spend 20, 30 minutes looking around, just go on YouTube and type in underground cities in America.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is there fucking thousands of videos.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
All over this country.
Essentially, it takes every suburban city, that's an underground city, great under, especially in like Las Vegas, New York. You know, they can't afford above ground rent. So where'd they go? Underground. And even I hear around here, there's underground access
Oh yeah,
here.
of course. They got the Underground Railroad and shit and everything up there.
Right. But now, they have underground monorail system. Just like you go to the bank and you can the tube that shoots you the money.
Yeah.
They have a railroad built under that principle. They have a chute system underground that runs just like the bank's little chute.
Right.
Trains that run 200 miles an hour.
That's great.
This is not for me and you. This is for the elite.
Oh, no. Right.
You know, the upper echelons.
Yeah.
So they could take this train from New York and be in London in 45 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
45 minutes from New York to London.
Yeah. Yep.
Fast. You know, getting around fast.
They got fucking. Not only that, they got shit rockets. They go in the fucking outer limits. And shit. Like what? That's just on land, bro. That's just the land part. You're not
Right.
even, like that's just covering.
So the active concept of not hiding, if you're not hiding, Dick, then technically you're hiding in plain sight. Because you're not hiding. Come get me.
Bro. This is dead. You know? This shit will paralyze the fuck out of it.
And they're sitting there thinking that they're going to die from COVID if they don't take the shot. You know, and I'm like, I'm not dead yet. I didn't take the shot. No. They have fear. They vaccinate out of fear, compliance, obedience to their masters.
They wore that little man. Motherfuckers look like they had.
They took the
Pampers.
bait, which was a free donut.
They look like they had Pampers on it. Once. And I went out a few times. And the rest of the time, they just fucking.
Incentives for good behavior, but it's not really good behavior. It's incentives for obedience. It's a cookie for brushing your teeth, but the cookie rots your teeth.
Exactly.
You go to the dentist and you get your teeth cleaned, and on the way out the door, the dentist gives you a fucking sucker because you're a good little boy, good little girl. All you sat still and cleaned your teeth, and then he gave you the poison that was rotting your teeth on the way out the door. What the fuck? Right? And fluoride, remember Timmy the Tooth? Fluoride, Timmy the Tooth. Remember Timmy?
And that candy probably has
You
something
remember,
extra in
Timmy.
it because it came from me.
Fluoride actually causes the breakdown of the enamel in your teeth. Fluoride actually causes your teeth to decay and fucking rot. Why do you think so many Mainers don't have fucking teeth, you know? Or they have teeth issues because of fluoridated water. Amazing!
That's a big problem.
All right. What?
But if I would see something like this flying around, yo, I'm out. This motherfucker stealing you one time and it's dead.
That's fucking nuts. Oh, did you see the DS?
Yeah.
I thought to make that a double. I posted it for $650 on my wall. The two DSs, the two Guitar Hero straps, the Rock Band strap, and just all them games.
Yeah.
There's only one charger.
Yeah.
So I thought sell that to one family
Yeah.
as a bundle. It's 31 games, 2 systems, 1 charger, 1 stylus.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really not that much because systems are worth $100.
Yeah.
So that's $400. And the Rock Band sealed one's like $40.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. And so there's another one. So you figure $75 for the 2 guitar straps. And the Rock Band one's like 30.
Yeah.
So that's about $100.
Yeah.
You know? So they're spending $300 for 30 games.
Yeah.
I didn't really try to stick it to them.
Nope.
Yeah, it's been fucking slow. Oh, you know, all them brand new Jordans against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Those Massinos came in, those are like $100. All those shoes against the wall. Get some Air Force Ones and see, I redid the whole shoe section over
Yeah.
there. Looks a little better.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be able to see all the shoes when they came in and have to dig through it, and
Yeah.
then we have to keep redoing it over and over. You can just see it.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh. I want to redo the wires the way you had them before.
Okay.
After everything myself right now. Just a matter of waiting on sales and shit.
That was pretty much why I was sick and all that crap. And I was like, well, I haven't made a sale and not a lot to
Yeah.
do.
It takes time to build clientele.
Oh yeah.
So,
Y'all still back.
yeah, that helps in the spring.
We need to fuck the city up real quick.
I look into what the options are. Just on principle, I don't think I should have to fucking pay a goddamn thing.
No.
City wants to tell you can only have 2 or 3 yard sales per year. People buy and sell things every fucking day of the week.
No, they just don't want you to have your own business. They want you to buy a fucking store and just try.
They want you going to the commercial stores, the brick and mortar, where they get a cut because they're paying taxes.
Yeah.
The stuff that we do here is like new and it's already appreciated.
There's no
it's already
tax.
taxed.
You can't be taxed.
It can't be taxed, it's already been taxed.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you do get a license to something, do this shit outside, it's just like, we don't do everything to get the money to them. It's only like, it's like some type of vendor's license or something.
Yeah.
But then they can say, they would turn around and be like, oh, but it's on city property. But that's where the so yeah, you can have a license to sell, but they can say you can't sell on their property. Ain't that a bitch though?
Yeah.
They had already had the system set up that way. So technically, they were ahead of that shit already.
I'd say it depends on what it is. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because guess what? If you had a house, right?
Yep.
In your property, and somebody just came in and on your property, right?
How much is all this?
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a couple. There's a few $100,000, a few hundred there, maybe 1,000.
And didn't tell you, didn't have no idea, you had no idea, think you can mad money off
I'm
your
not sure which
property.
ones are which though.
Man, you coming
It's all
out with
new.
your shotguns.
Bugs new. Most of them are at least 25 to 50 bucks. You figure just a slab fee alone, you know, slabs are worth. If it's slab, you gotta realize they spend $25 to slab it, so they're automatically worth that. But they go up like minimum, typically around 30, 40, 50 bucks for lower end ones. But there's a bunch in there that are 100.
That is the next. That is the next fucking money. It already is.
It already is money.
This is gonna.
But around
this
here
is-
to see slab pieces, it's hard, you know.
But it's gonna overdo.
Right, Scott?
Yeah.
That many slabs in one setting.
It's gonna overdo gaming.
I don't know. It's crazy to
gonna blow
me.
out gaming. Right now, gaming is still in the loop because they keep making these new shits.
Right.
They keep people still spending, high prices. But cards.
Oh, I post the purses too. The way I got them organized out right now, I mean, you can see a lot of them in one shot.
I'm still mad about the sales shit. That's the bullshit.
Sales is the most stressful job in the world, in the country. It's the hardest thing to do too. Sell stuff. People hate salesmen.
You get mad people.
They do. They hate salesmen.
Mad people is coming in, bro.
They always blame the salesman. They never blame themselves.
Every time he sat down and tried to play the game, I was like, yo, man. Like, he was like, damn, I can't even sit down. Like, hell no. That shit's that hot, bro.
It'll be that way again. But it'll be different.
The whole week, but I think it was like 2 weeks in a row, too. The whole week was on fire, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The whole week it was sales.
Catchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a name yet.
That's
War
that-
song.
That's that funeral music.
Coming to get you.
That's that funeral music.
Their funeral and have it's that. You're ready to bury the motherfuckers. They'll bury you on a pile. On a pyre. Right? Funeral fire. Fire. Burn them and bury them. That's the Viking way. Burn the bodies. What do you think is healthier, burning bodies or putting them in a pine box in the ground to rot?
Oh yeah.
I also seen these things called pod systems. They take the body, essentially they put it in a sack with a tree and they bury it in the ground.
Oh yeah.
So essentially the tree will feed off the person. Fertilizer for the tree.
Yeah.
But like,
Back in
what's the
day,
healthiest way to dispose of a body? I don't think disposing them through water systems.
Well, the
They-
caskets now are made differently, but back in the day, you get a murky story. Sometimes it's in the ground, but risk of the body, but or end up one of those little fucking square boxes or whatever. Just dump you there. The insects and shit gonna get you like fast. Anyway, once your body started decaying, because they didn't do the proper shit. They were supposed to, the body's supposed to be put in the vomit fluid and all that shit, go through that fucking process and then bury. And they have to cut half of you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they just put your body back in the day, they just said, fuck it, we mercury, just throw your ass in a fucking box and call it good. And fucking bugs are probably was eating them up like probably a couple of days out. You know what I mean? Because they wasn't really burying 6 feet back then. They was, you know what I mean? They was burying just enough to cover your ass up. You know what I mean? Like in the Western days, yeah. Like, so I can put across there if they didn't want nobody to know. Had nothing. We just buried there. That shit's brutal, bro. Like like the proper
U.S. government to civilianize military technologies so that they can be exported in accordance to the international traffic in arms regulations, and to provide a mechanism where banks could get credit for intangible assets such as patents, copyrights, and trade secrets. This contract allowed David Martin the ability to witness criminal preparations years before 2020.
So my company was about civilianizing technology so that it could be exported. That got us into a bunch of places where we got to see biological and chemical weapons labs around the world. We are watching in real time as people file patents, as people get grants, as people do collaborations, as corporations get involved in illicit activities. In 1990, Pfizer filed the first patent on a vaccine for coronavirus. Going into 2001, a very interesting problem happened, and that was that Ralph Baric figured out how to modify a component of the protein associated with coronavirus, and he actually made it into something that would target heart tissue. The whole reason for SARS 1.0 and the whole reason for the anthrax attack was to get commercial liability protections at the cost of civil liberties.
Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The October 21, 2014 letter directed from NIAID, that's Anthony Fauci's program, to Sherry Settle. Sherry Settle at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Ralph Baric's program administrator, was told that the gain-of-function studies that he was doing were actually subject to the gain-of-function moratorium. As your grant is currently funded, this pause is voluntary. This was published February 12, 2016. A key driver is the media, and the economics will follow the hype. We need to use that hype to our advantage to get to the real issues. Investors will respond if they see profit at the end of the process. There is a very, very, very clear statement that says WIV1 is poised for human emergence. Alex, you want to guess what WIV1 is in 2016? It's the Wuhan Institute of Virology Virus 1. That paper was published at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, not in Wuhan, China. And in 2018 and 2019, a very bizarre thing happened. The United States government reclaimed the patent from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and the Department of Health and Human Services at the National Institutes of Health took that UNC Chapel Hill patent on infectious replication defective coronavirus and reclaimed title and interest to it. We changed the definition of an adverse event following vaccination in 2018 and 2019 so that legally there was no adverse event. If you got the shot and fell over dead, that was not an adverse event. They said on September 18th, 2019, that by September 20 of 2020, the world would accept a universal vaccine. They said that there was going to be an accidental or deliberate release of a lethal respiratory pathogen. They knew it was deadly. They knew it was going to kill people. The motivation was we have a commercially interested group of sociopaths who want to make money while killing people. That's the bottom line. This is when it stops being fun. This is when it gets hard. This is the Valley Forge, and we've got a long campaign in front of us. What I would highly advise, and I've advised this everywhere I go, get used to using cash and make sure you have a lot of it on hand. And where do we go after this? Well, it's very simple. Start depositing goodwill all over the place. We actually have the ability right now to actually change our behavior. Start living and treating each other with decency. Start doing things where the community and the humanity that we actually manifest is something that people look at and go, I want more of that, more than I want the fear, more than I want the tyranny, more than I want the control. Because it turns out that the only way the globalists win is if you give in to fear. That is the only way they win. So don't worry. They can't take what you don't give them. So don't give them anything. We, the people, can say no.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Wow, right? Let's see if I just those triggers up here. Oh, maybe on the other one. Some stuff I just type it in up here and it'll just pop up. Yeah, like this one. This channel, check them out, right? Media Bears. Hilarious, right? This is an old song, but look how old this song is. So think back 5 years ago, what you were doing 5 years ago, and look around today. 5 years ago, and then right now. And look what he's showing you 5 years ago, and everything that's going on right now. Right? A little bit of them now. But I'm going to put it into the stream. I don't think I'll get cut for it because it's not mainstream. These guys are hilarious. I do a lot of like anti-vax.
Now is the time to listen to the experts.
That's who the experts are, boys and girls. We are. I'm the expert now.
Identifying every bad actor is immense. Experts agree that new disinformation campaigns are being generated every day.
Devious convention to game of
viral
war.
We do have some models.
Public under tension, cities ready to explode. Now's the time to flood the zone.
We need law and order.
Engage wave 2 and flood the zone.
This conversation, one of which is to get the facts, however you define them.
Propaganda gaslight spreading out the fear tonight.
And they hate a lot.
Trying hard to breathe and panic into overdrive.
Flood the zone.
Now's the time to flood the zone. Deny them food and flood the zone.
Every different aspect.
They can't believe in hope.
Their sons act like women.
To fight them off and conquer them.
The funniest thing about this whole thing is mothers don't want to talk about the field.
And get the rage as high as we can.
Mom.
Flood the zone. But here's a problem. If you don't have the community trust and engagement, you can't deliver even effective countermeasures. But decisions need to be made in the
Twitter and Facebook are reporting they've identified and deleted a disturbing number of accounts dedicated to spreading disinformation about the outbreak.
Tap faith-based organizations, civil society, and other institutions to recruit them also.
Hurting up the sheeple, hypnotizing TV screens.
Flood the zone.
Push them to the edge, then give away liberty.
Pledging allegiance to
All fell down and flood the zone. Supply them more and flood the zone.
Build confidence in the system.
Deny their rights and flood the zone. Let them riot and loot and flood the zone.
This is 5 years ago. Every hour should learn.
In some cases, limited internet shutdowns are being implemented to quell panic.
We will have this get out of control.
Take away their jobs and flood the zone. Close their church and flood the zone. Double down on lies and flood the zone. and flood the zone. It's gonna track and trace and flood the zone. Now it's time to flood the zone.
Living in that type of environment.
Oh, it's wild.
Ridiculous, bro.
That's-
Whoa, Black Betty, go Black Betty, Black Betty had a child, don't think gonna wild, she's always ready, she's all rock steady, whoa, Black Betty, yeah, Black Betty. Oh, Black Betty, oh, Black Betty, Black Betty had a pie, don't think on the pie. Black Betty, she's always my mind.
For a second.
Yeah, he got some type of in a demon in him.
Really, what the hell was that? This was 4 years ago, man. 2021. This is one of Golden Peanut's first videos. We was talking about the spiral of life. That was part of what we were discussing as a group then. I'm still talking about those things now. But in the stream, I'm also discussing the precession cycles that happen within a God year based on other people's theories, not mine. I also gave you notice and awareness in this particular stream the patent numbers for COVID.
Yep.
The patent numbers for the microchips that everybody said I was crazy about, human tracking. It's in our ID already. It's in the barcode in the back of your driver's license, the RFID chip.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a sliver off the back of a pencil eraser. It's that small. It's a film. It's a layer inside your barcode. You can't see it until you put it up to the right. So they already track everyone. And then on top of that, social surveillance, right? They got cameras on every corner.
Yeah.
So is it really crazy to think you're under surveillance 24/7?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Or that your ID is tracking you, your phone is a form of tracking device. They can watch where you're going because of your phone. Because essentially your phone goes wherever you go.
Yeah.
They started it with the bank cards though. And then they moved the technology from bank cards and then grafted it to the photo IDs, to driver's licenses. Doesn't really sound that crazy.
No.
They're integrating the technology. And now they want to shove it up your ass.
Yep.
That's what the vaccines were all about. The nanotech is inside the vaccine.
And another thing that you do too is all of that stuff helps upload.
And it's just one more
upgrade the AI system that's coming out.
Right. And
because the AI needs to know all of that stuff.
Right.
AI, everyone's data. Everyone's, everybody's right. That's how AI gets,
Yeah.
AI is watching you.
So that means once AI is 100% perfected, you're gonna do without the fucking know.
Then you gotta ask, who should control AI? Does AI even have government? What if AI is in control of all of us?
What's up, dude?
Holy shit.
How you doing?
What's up, guys?
I got some stuff I didn't know if you want to check out or not. Pokemon cards.